Okay, I am here by one of my compost areas. Now, this one here has a combination of coop litter, composted coop litter, leaves, and leftover garden stuff. Like this here, that's part of the artichokes that I dug up last year. Now, this right here will be ready midsummer. I turn them anywhere between 4 to 2 times a month. There's some more stuff that'll compost down. The more I turn it, the darker it gets. This here is what I hauled over here today. This is stuff around the inside of the bird run. So this is throughout the winter. If the deep litter is getting too deep, because I have ducks and geese, right? It's different than chickens. So what I do, if I'm going to haul out the deep litter method, some of it just so I can get in there without bonking my head into the coop, I'll shovel some out and I'll throw it outside in the bird run. And outside it'll get walked on. The ducks and geese will continue to walk on it, and it just decomposes. So what I do is I layer this. So I take about a wagon or two and I lay it down flat, and then I spread some loam on top of that, and then I come back in with another coop litter wagon or two, and then I spread that, and then I just keep layering it with soil. So I always like to keep the shovel soil on top. That helps the compost, or that helps this mound here from drying out, because it is really windy today. It's also very cold. So this here is compost that is ready for this year's garden. Now this right here it's all broken down. It has no smell. It's really, really good compost. And this here is strictly, this whole pile here is strictly composted coop litter. Now, it started out with big chunks of shavings, so some hay in there, and I just mixed it all up. And before this pile froze, because it was no longer hot, I stirred it every week. So I would take this pile and let's say just put it over here, and then the next week I would take the pile and put it back over here, and I would just rotate it back and forth. That makes pretty good compost. Now there is some, like that right there is a piece of birch bark. It's all right. So that is, for those of you who do not know, this is what composted coop litter looks like if you do it right. You keep turning it. Okay? Now, this over here is stuff that I cleaned out last winter out of the coop to get ready to lay fresh bedding down for them. That is breaking down. I was able to turn this a few times, not very many, a few times before winter. And this pile here is a whole lot darker than it was. Well, I'll show you what it looked like. So this pile here was just dumped. It was never turned. So this pile here was dumped the same time that I started piling, because at one point I thought I was going to have start another compost pile here, but I have enough room over there. Eventually this will also become a compost area. But this here is the same coop litter as this right here, and I'll put a picture side by side. This one has not been turned. The one on the right has not been turned. The one on the left has been turned a few times. So it does make a difference. You just can't pile the compost. You just can't pile the coop litter in a pile and think Mother Nature is going to compost it for you unless you want to wait several years. So that's what I've been doing, turning compost. And like I said, I've got numerous compost piles going, folks. But there's 4 piles here. Each of them are up to my hips. And what I do like to kind of flatten the top a little bit. That way the rain can hit it and soak in the deepest part of the pile, because you want your compost pile damp but not sopping wet, and you certainly do not want it dry.